Devastating news has now hit the San Diego Padres fan base. Their beloved shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr., has been suspended 80 games for performance-enhancing drugs. What does this mean for the Padres in 2022 and 2023? Let's get into my thoughts and theories on it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And as I said in the open, Fernando Tatis Jr. has been suspended by Major League Baseball for 80 games for failure in a performance-enhancing drug test. This is a big-time blow for the San Diego Padres, who were expecting and hoping to get Fernando Tatis back relatively shortly for a deep postseason run, as they're hoping and expecting to do after they made the huge acquisition of Juan Soto. Being able to have Tatis, Soto, and Manny Machado in that lineup was going to be the three-headed monster that the Dodgers were going to have to face off with. Now that will no longer be the case. Yes, there's still a devastating duo in Soto and Machado, but not having Fernando Tatis Jr., one of the most dynamic players in Major League Baseball, at the helm of the battle between the Dodgers and the Padres is now going to be a serious blow to the confidence and to the ability of the Padres. I think that the Padres are going to be now faced with serious questions as to what and who is the real Fernando Tatis Jr. Now, the excuse that was given, the reason that was given, was that there was some sort of substance that was involved in his medicine, his treatment for ringworm. But whether or not you believe that, you'll have to let me know down in the comments. I think that as we have seen over the last several years when it comes to these failed PED tests, that the excuses and the reasons are less and less appealing. I think that there's an opportunity for Fernando to accept and acknowledge what he did, stop trying to pass the blame as many others have done before him, and understand that when you take responsibility for the things that you've done, and in this case, in my opinion, I do believe that there could have been something going on as Fernando was trying to get back from his wrist injury. There's already a big-time blow to the organization when he would go through during the lockout and have his wrist broken seemingly more than once from a motorcycle accident. There's going to be a lot to question now if you're the San Diego Padres over the huge contract that you would give Fernando Tatis Jr. for your organization. This was going to be the superstar, the franchise face, and now you have to really call that into question. Whether or not Tatis is going to be able to come back now in 2023 and be as productive a player as we expected and have seen him to be, we'll now have to wait and see how that goes. But the one thing that you do have to benefit of in this situation is that this year was already a wash for Fernando. So it wasn't like that there was going to be some massive monumental shift in what the Padres were going to be able to do. I think that when you look at the entire core of this team right now, they're playing very good baseball. And I think there's an opportunity for the Padres to really surprise some people in the postseason. But when it comes to Fernando Tatis Jr. now in this PED suspension, you have to begin to question who is the real Fernando Tatis Jr. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings on this down in the comment section below. Let me know your feelings on performance-enhancing drugs, their place in the history and in the game of Major League Baseball, past, present, and in the future, as well as your thoughts and theories, your feelings on Fernando Tatis Jr. now following this suspension for a positive PED test. Let me know all those thoughts, feelings down in the comment section below, or find me over on Twitter at JLaracuente19 to keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked in to the entire GLMG family with We Sips, the Grand and Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast by hitting that red subscribe button down below. For sticking around to this point, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season as I continue to bring you the latest coverage on the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.